It's Week 8 of the NFL, and we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Bucs on EA Sports.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And his first look is incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McCarthy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. On 2nd down, here's the option. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Johnson on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the... And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs 1st down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
To throw on 2nd down, Johnson setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Back to throw. Johnson. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Johnson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Johnson. This is caught by Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Robinson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Johnson to throw on second down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Johnson. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Now he's loose at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now Johnson on 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him.
Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. McCarthy looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. This is White on the screen. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
19 Tiger.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Johnson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Johnson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The drive starts with a run by White. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off play action. McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake. McCarthy. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Johnson over the middle, brought in by Dotson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another.
Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
After incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Johnson now on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. Operating from the gun. Johnson. It's complete to Williams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. 3 touchdown passes there for Trevor Lawrence. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Eagles. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Johnson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
And he coughed it up.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. Fancy footwork in midfield.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw.
McCarthy. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Logan Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Shot alert! Shot alert! 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 Roll! Roll!
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A give left side to Robinson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson. And this is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Jahan Dotson.
Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the bootleg. McCarthy.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off play action. McCarthy.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now back to the ground game with White.
Oh, look at the juke. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On fourth down, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They only needed one, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. McCarthy. He'll dump this one off here to White. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Commanders, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers,